I wanted to start with SQL today. Let me open my screen. So see guys, whenever we make an application, no, at the core end of the application, there always be a database. I guess we are aware of that term, database.
Yes, sir.
Anyone who is not aware of the term database?
No, sir, we are aware.
Aware, right? So if let's say we have a shopping e-commerce application. So if we have an e-commerce application and all the products are displayed over here on the front end, the image of the product, the price of the product, and the other details of the products. So if there are, let's say, 1 million products on that particular website, so it'll have details of 1 million products over there. If that site is selling 1 million products, so I need to store the product ID, product name, the manufacturer name, the size, the color, all this and many more information about each product. So is that information maintained on the website? So if let's say a product is there of 1,000 rupees and I want to give a discount of 50%. So do I go to the front end and change the HTML and make it 500? Is this what happens?
No.
Or change at the database level?
Database level.
So all this information is stored at some database in the form of different tables. So the data, what we are studying is SQL. Nowadays, they also have no SQL databases like Mongo. So all these details of the product number.
Like, sorry, sir, like what?
MongoDB.
MongoDB, yes.
MongoDB is a no SQL database. It doesn't have a fixed structure to store the data.
But I guess MongoDB is used in Python now.
MongoDB is used in various applications. Node,
Yes, but mostly used in Python.
Python is
language.
used, yes. But if there's something called as MERN stack developer. So even those guys use. So all this information which is there, which is shown to the customer, will be recorded at the backend in a database table. So if I will have product number 101, okay, laptop, Dell, whatever, 16-inch and color black. So whatever is in the database will reflect over here. So this is that product which will show over here. So today's agenda is how do we record, so all that information which is in the database will reflect over here. And we can just fetch that information and add some markup to it. So add some labels to it. Product ID. All this adding the markups we can do at our end. Product name, blah, blah, blah. This all can be done at the front end. But the actual data is coming from the back end. So to store and to retrieve data, we require a query language which will store, okay, this is your red arrow, and will also retrieve the information from that database That is your green arrow. So to store and retrieve information to and from the database. Store and to fetch. To store and to fetch, and also to create all these structures in which the data will be stored. Create the objects such as tables in which the object will be stored, in which the data will be stored. All this is managed by SQL. Okay, and SQL, Farooq, how many states form USA? USA, is it one single state? So how many states come together to?
Farooq is not here.
Farooq is not there. We had an iPhone who had joined. So if he's not there, then we can skip. So let's take India now. So how many states come together to form India, Amir? When I was in school, there were 25 states. Now what? They've become 28 states. So these multiple states, huh?
Yes,
32, I guess.
32 states.
28.
It's 28, right? 28
Yes.
states now come together to form one single country called India, right? Similarly, SQL, there are five languages. There are 5 languages which come together to form the language called SQL. So those are DDL, these 5 languages will come together to form SQL. That is, DDL is one of them, DML, DCL, TCL, and DSL.
Sir, these all are language.
Yeah, these are all different languages which come together to form one single language called as SQL. So SQL is a collection of these small languages. So it is, you can say, segregated into these small languages. Their commands are categorized under these small languages. So all the SQL commands are segregated and they've made small languages within. So DDL stands for, see, wherever there is D, there is its data, and wherever there is L, it's language. Okay.
Language, yes, sir.
Wherever this is a, so wherever there will be D, it is data. Wherever there will be L, is language. So we can at least fill that slot. Wherever there will be C, it's control. Wherever there is C, it's control. T is
Topo.
and okay. Now D, this D stands for data definition.
Yes.
This M stands for manipulation. This C, as mentioned, stands for control. So as C stands for control, control here also, and control here also. And this T stands for transaction. Stands for
Transaction.
transaction. And S stands for selection. S stands for selection. So these are the 5 sub languages of the main language SQL. Now, what was the need of segregating this? So based on their application, based on the task which they perform, these small languages were created.
So
So
we need to understand or learn all 5 languages.
yes, all 5. So I'll give a star ranking as to which language has more weightage. So DDL works on the structure of the data. So whatever table you will be creating, so to create that table, whatever commands you need, all those commands which will work on the structure of the data, not the actual data, but the structure of the data is your DDL commands. Okay, so DDL commands I visualize as a civil engineer, okay, who works on the exterior of the house. Okay, so the flooring, the ceiling, the walls, all those are made by the civil engineer. And the DML works on the inside of the data. So it works on the, what do you call it, the structure of the data, and it is the content.
Interior designer.
Yeah, content of the table. It works on the content of the table, the interiors. So you can visualize this as your interior design. This is the difference between DDL and DML. So DML will, so if the table which I want to create, so how to create that table, how many columns should be there in that table. Then later on, if I want to modify the structure of this table, so initially I had created 3 columns. Then later on, I realized that I forgot to add one more column. So I had to add the 4th column. Okay, then I realized that this column was not needed, the 3rd column. I had to remove that column. So all this work is done by your DDL because this is working on the structure of the data. So no need for this column. So I had to remove this column. So such activities which works on the table creation and table alteration are your DDL commands. And to insert the data into this table, the actual data which will be there. So if this is a student table, if this is a student table and has roll number, name and percentage, so the actual roll number 1, Alice, and 78.5, roll number 2, and Ben, 87.6. All this will be managed by your data manipulation language. So to adding a record, okay, Alice's record was mistakenly put 78, it was 87.5. So I now update that record. Okay, Alice has left the college, she is not attending. Delete that record. So all that is done by the DML. Okay, and data control language is for your database administrators. These are for your database administrators. So that is to grant and revoke privileges. Okay, that is to assign privileges. That we will not deal much with. You will not be dealing much with your DCL. So you can ignore DCL for the time being. Okay, transaction is to save your work. To save work, we use transaction, and this is the most important language to fetch data from the database.
Is there any data query language, the DQL?
This one, yeah, DQL, DSL. You can think this as your DQL.
Okay.
This you can call as your DQL also. So some textbooks calling the DQL. Okay, so as per customer's requirement. So fetch the data as per customer's requirement. So whatever the customer requires to fetch that data from the database, you require DSL. So now each language has its set of commands. So DDL are your DDL commands is first is create. That you need to create a table. Then if you have created the table and you want to do some modification in the table structure, then you have alter. Okay, and don't write the command with capital, keep it with small. And alter has three flavors. You can add a new column, you can modify an existing column, or you can drop an existing column. So alter has three flavors: add, modify, or drop. Then you can rename the table. Then you can drop the table. Drop means delete the table along with the data, permanent delete. And 5 is truncate. Truncate is remove the content of the table but keep the table. So these 5 commands will come under DDL. DML, let's say the 6th command will be insert, update, and delete. Okay. Then this you will not be using much, but I'll list down the commands for you all. Okay. So command number 9 is grant and 10 is revoke. Okay. And to save your work, we have save point. We have commit. Then you can roll back. Roll back is undo your work. And 13 is undo till a particular point is save point. And the most important one, the 14th one, the most important one is your select. So now let me give star ratings to it, which is weightage of. So create, I'll give, we will be doing a lot of create. So let me give create as 4 star. Alter not that much, so I can give it 2 star. Rename very rare, 1 star. Drop very rare, 1 star. Truncate very rare, 1 star. We'll be doing a lot of DMLs. So 4 star to each DML. Each DML I'll give 4 star. 4 star. 4 star. Grant and revoke will not be doing, so you can skip that. Commit, okay, 2 star.
Sir, here the alter and update, it should not be in the same column.
No, they are different. I'll show you. And the select is the most widely used. So you can give as many stars to select. Very, 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 very widely used. See, the difference between alter and update is in the category in which they are following. That was the reason to categorize these languages as 5 separate languages and not only into one single bracket called as SQL. Now, in which category is alter following?
Sir, in DDL,
DDL.
And which category is update following?
DML,
So what is the difference between the two, DDL and DML?
should it use to alter the tables and it is used to update the data?
Yes. So if you want to add any new column, when I mean alter and add, if you wish to, so now every column will have a data type associated with it. Okay. Every column will have a data type like we have in Java, integer, float, string. So if I make a simple table, let's say student table, and table name is student. Okay, you can forget the capital and code all in small. And it has 3 columns: whole number, name, and percentage. And then I realized that I forgot to add one more column. I also wanted to add the age of that student. So as of now, I just added roll number and gave it type as integer. Okay. Give it type as integer. And how many characters you will store in this? Let's say not more than, so max to max head count will be 50. So I'll say max to max 3 digits. Even if I have 99 and 100, so I can store till 999 roll number 999, because I've given the length as 3. Then I'll take S name. Okay, S name I will take text. So for text we have varchar 2. So for text we have type called as varchar, also you can use, or you can use varchar 2, whichever, and give the size. So let's say a name should not go more than 10 characters. So I give it as 10. Okay, so I give this as varchar of 10. And then there was percentage. Okay, so percentage I can give number. And if you want to give decimal, I'll show you how to give decimal. So as of now, just take simple number of size 3. Now this is a table which I create. Then later on, I realized that I forgot to add the age column. Now, who will change the structure? The interior designer or the civil engineer?
Civil engineering.
Civil engineer.
This is a
Sir.
change in the
DML.
structure.
DDL.
Yes, sir.
This is a
DDL.
change in the structure, right, Farooq?
Yes, sir.
So
EDL.
here you will invoke the alter command. And
Yes, sir.
which flavor of alter will you use?
Add.
Add column. Add column.
You're adding, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then you realize that roll number were normal integers. You are using roll number as 1, roll number as 2, roll number as 3, and roll number as 47. Now I want to give roll number based on their department. So if he's doing computer science, I will say CS1. If he's doing mechanical engineering, I will say ME1. If he is doing some other civil engineering, I will say CE1. Okay. So I want to prefix the department along with the roll number also to identify the individual student. So now what do I do? Roll number was integer, correct? So now I want
Yes, sir.
altering this. So I will
Yes.
alter this and say not integer anymore. Now this will also be varchar, and varchar will take data. Now digits also. So I'll say varchar and I'll increase the length to be 10. So what did I just do over here? Modified the structure, correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Modify.
So I will use alter modify. And then if I realize, okay, the percentage column was not needed, it was extra, or the age column was not needed, you can remove that column. So what do I
Drop
do?
the column. Drop.
Sir,
Drop that
may I
column.
ask a question?
Yes.
So, sir, SQL is basically used with Java and .NET and Python and any other language.
Any language which deals with database, SQL is must. Any language which has a database which is storing data in tabular format. Which format?
Tabular format.
If
Tabular.
your data
Tabular
is stored in
format.
tabular format, then it is mandatory that you learn SQL.
So even it's work with the .NET as well.
XYZ technology, XYZ, because each language has a chapter called as database connectivity. Each language, irrespective whichever, even if you are doing C, even if you are doing C++, the primary languages, then Java, .NET, C#, XYZ, hundreds of languages. If that language has to interact with the database, there is a chapter called database connectivity. And your database is stored in the form of tables. Okay, you can have your database configured in 2 ways: in tables and without tables, correct?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
So who does without tables?
Sir, DML.
Mongo. This
Mongo.
is your NoSQL databases. What are they?
No SQL database.
NoSQL databases is your MongoDB. But if I can take the proportion, okay, this is still ruling. Okay, maybe 70-30 you can say. This is growing, but still this has a very major chunk of the market share. And I am being very generous in giving 30% to this. I should have given 80-20, but still keeping the technology is growing day by day. The market share of Mongo might have increased, but still the major work is still done in the SQL way. Now also in 2023 October. Are you getting for what I'm trying to say? So there is no running away from SQL. Irrespective of your technology, irrespective whichever technology you're adapting, whether it's C# or Java or Python or whatever, there will be a time wherein you'll be interacting with the database, and most of the database are still in today's day are configured in the form of tables. So we are still using SQL. Most of the
So
companies.
SQL is must. I mean, if you go to any language,
SQL is a must. Like if I can give you a real world analogy of SQL, it's what do we like to call? It's like oxygen, you can say. It's must. You have to master these. So I've given the priority to the commands. So you can like focus your energy on these commands primarily. So focus it on create, alter a little bit. These are not much used, rename, drop, truncate. DML very widely used. Grant, revoke is not for us. Those are for database administrators. Transaction control, commit also, if you know, is more than enough. Little bit of rollback. But select is a must. The most widely used command is your select command. So whatever changes which happen in the structure, it all deals with the DDL statements. These are all your structural changes. Okay. And there is see, these two commands do more or less the same job, or the job can be done with both of this. That the same job can be done using delete and
truncate.
But these two, as they are in different languages, they have different flavors. See, now what does DML work upon? DML works on the interior of the table. So whatever data you're storing, okay, whatever data is being stored. So which command am I firing to insert this record?
DML.
Which is that command? Insert command, right?
Right.
And so to insert all the records, we fire the insert command. Blah, blah, blah. You can keep on adding. Now I want to delete the record of Ben. How will I do it?
Delete Ben.
So I'll call the delete command. And I'll give in the where clause, I'll specify where sname like Ben, it will delete this record, correct?
Correct.
So to delete one individual record also. And if I want to delete the entire tape records, I want to clean this table. Okay.
Truncate.
See, now you all are the first batch of SCS, right? You all are the pilot batch, right? So if
right.
this table is SCS students, okay. If this table name is SCN student, or you can say current batch SCS. I make a table with the name current batch SCS. So now you all are in the current batch. So I'll store records of you guys, right? Amir, Farooq, Shabana, Ataullah, Mehtab, right?
Right.
Okay, once you all
Yes,
pass
sir.
out, once you all get placed, will I keep your records?
No.
But will I keep the
No,
table or not?
no need to.
But will I keep the table?
Yes.
So I will keep the table, but clean up
Yes,
the
sir.
entire table. This is called truncate. This is called as what?
Truncate. So like CLS command.
Okay. Truncate.
CLS. Yeah, you could say like CLS. So it is you keep the keep the object, but remove the content of that object, clear that object. So this clearing can be done, this CLS job can be done by two ways. One way is I can say delete star from whatever table was. What was the table name?
Current batch.
Current batch SCS students.
SCS.
Okay. You can separate them with an underscore to make it more readable. Don't give a space, but don't give a space. Now I can say delete star from SCS students. What will this do?
Delete the data inside the table.
And will it also delete the table?
No.
And this can also be done using truncate table. The same job can be done using these two ways. Now, what is the difference between them?
So if you
Sir, truncate basically remove all the record from the table.
Okay. What will delete star do?
only the data.
And
Yeah, so both are
only the data.
delete star is a DML command, so will work and remove all the data. Truncate also will delete all the data. Will keep the table structure.
Yes, sir.
Truncate will keep the table structure and clean up the table. Give a CLS, like a CLS. Keep the array list, but clear it. But what is the difference between them? So if I ask you what is the difference between delete and truncate, what should be your first difference? It's on the board. The first difference.
So delete.
Delete.
Even
Yeah.
sir, if we use instead of a star, if we use any value, then it
Yeah.
will delete only that value.
That value. Yes. So with delete, you can delete a single record also and multiple record also. But truncate only deletes all the record. So the first difference is delete is a DML command, truncate is a DDL command. Difference number one, correct?
Correct.
So difference between delete and truncate. What is the first difference? Delete is
Used for single value and all the values, but truncate
first
is
difference is the language. This
sir,
can go
delete used in
one.
Sir,
YAML.
delete is to remove one row by basically delete by row, I think.
Yeah, so I said over here one or more, and this is all the records, right?
Right.
Yeah, and now the difference is between DDL and DML. You don't have to save your DMLs or DDL,
Data.
sorry. DDL commands are auto commit. DDL commands are auto commit. It automatically commits itself. No need to save. If I execute a DDL command, it is automatically saved. But if I execute a DML command to save that, I have to say commit. I have to say what? So, are you getting what I'm trying to say?
No, sir.
Once I'll do it practically, I'll show you what this is. This is a very common interview question asked. So I'll show you what commit is. Let's start from the first command then first. So what is create? It is used to create a structure. So have you installed SQL? And see, one more thing I wanted to highlight. What is the beauty of SQL? What are the different car manufacturers going around?
Toyota, Honda,
Let's take
Mercedes,
Indian market. So
Tata.
Tata, Mahindra.
5 to 6 prominent Indian automobile manufacturers, four-wheeler manufacturers.
I know only Tata, sir.
Okay, so let's start.
Mahindra is also there.
We have Tata.
Ford,
Yeah.
I think,
Mahindra.
also acquired by Tata.
And let's say we have Hyundai also has a good market share over here. And we have what? Let's say BMW also, Maruti also.
Volkswagen.
Now,
Maruti, yes.
do these guys also sell their petrol of petrol is mutual to all of these manufacturers, irrespective.
Mutual.
Neutral.
Petrol is mutual, right? Irrespective, whichever company car you buy, the petrol is the same for all the manufacturers. Similarly,
Yes,
with
sir.
your SQL, there are many companies which make database. Okay, there are many companies. Okay, now can you give me products of these manufacturers? So Tata, give me a brand.
Sir, BMW not
No,
sits well.
model of.
Sir, Ford.
No, I want a model of Tata. Any model?
Tata Nexon.
Tata Nexon. Okay.
Tata New, I think.
Tata Nano.
Tata
Nano.
Nexon.
Nano.
Okay,
Farooq,
Mahindra
Tata
and Mahindra
Neo
what?
is an application.
Scorpio,
Yes.
Yes.
Hyundai,
XUV.
i20, BMW, yes,
X5,
GLS6.
X7.
X5, X6,
X5,
BMW.
okay, X5, and
Alto.
Maruti
Alto.
Alto.
Alto, okay. So this is the manufacturer and this is the model product of that manufacturer, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Similarly, in your database, we have various manufacturers. So Microsoft is a very big manufacturer of software, right? And the
Right.
product of Microsoft, which is the database product, is your
Windows.
MS Access. No, I'm talking with regard to database.
Yes.
Oh,
Microsoft.
Database manufacturers. So this black is your automobile manufacturers and automobile products of that manufacturer. Red is the database software manufacturer and their product. So Microsoft has a product called MS Access. Okay. Then one more is MySQL. Okay, so open source. Okay, and this has various versions coming up of MySQL. So whatever is the latest version. Then you have Oracle, very big market share.
Oracle is the
Oracle,
giants.
okay.
Yes.
So we have historical version as 11G and 12R. Okay, I guess now they have 19C. I guess 20 also has come, maybe. Okay, then you have Postgres. It's also a very big database manufacturer. This also has various latest versions, will be there. Okay, then you have SQL Server. These are all database manufacturer companies and many more. Even IBM also has a database product called DB2. So these are all your various manufacturers of database and they have various products. But SQL is like petrol. So if we are training you all on, let's say, sir, we are training on MySQL, let's say. And you join the company and the company is using Oracle, no need to worry because SQL will remain the same. Am I understood? Or if your company is using SQL Server, Microsoft uses a lot of SQL Server. This also is a Microsoft. So
It doesn't matter which car we are buying, we'll use petrol.
yeah, irrespective, whichever car you are buying, the petrol will remain the same. So SQL remains constant throughout. And irrespective, whichever language you are doing, the same thing goes for the language also. Same thing goes for the language, irrespective you are coding in Java, if irrespective you are coding in Python or .NET or C#, whatever, whichever, irrespective whichever language you are coding, if you have database connectivity and database is in tabular format, the SQL remains the same. This in it itself is a sim profile in the industry, SQL developer.
Sir, SQL is the only in the market.
As a query language for data for structured databases, those databases which store their data in the form of tables, for them SQL is the only one. And those
Sir, SQL is also needed in Kali Linux.
Linux is the operating system. Why would you want to do? That is system software. We are talking of application softwares. We are developing application enterprise software. We are not developing system software. We are not developing a compiler or debugger, interpreter. So operating system comes under that category, system software. We are making application softwares, banking software, or let's say pharmaceutical software, or real estate software, supply chain management software. We are making applications. We are making apps. We're not making system software. That is a different ballgame altogether. So I just wanted to highlight this. Now let's come back to the main issue now. So now if I want to create a table, so whichever database, see, I'll give example of two databases on my machine. So let me first show you SQL, Oracle. So this is my Oracle console. Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
This is my, you see, Oracle.
Yes, sir.
So first you have to connect to your Oracle, okay? So you connect, give the username, give the password, and it shows you connected, right?
Right.
Now you come to the SQL prompt. Now this is your backend database. Now let's try to create that table. What was the table you were creating?
SCS.
Yeah, just okay. Let's give SCS students. Okay, let's say SCS and STUDS. Simple name. Now, what all columns are there in this?
So
Number,
age,
Number, name,
age,
percentage,
age,
gender, percentage. Okay. Also, let me take the mobile.
mobile number.
Okay, so these things are. So when I'm rolling out a form for the registration, I'll ask the candidate to enter these details. Okay. So now let's try to create this table. So we are using which command now?
Create table name.
yeah,
Create. So out of these 14, we are studying the first command. Which command?
create.
Create. So like this. So the first keyword is that command. So for create, the first keyword will be create. For update, the first keyword will be,
Update.
and for delete,
Delete.
guys, just excuse me. I'll be back in some time. Just excuse me. Okay, sorry guys, I'm back. So now you all can judge for yourself. So we can create this table in two ways, domestically and internationally. So how the domestic programmer would create the table and how an international programmer would create this table. Then you all can judge for yourself as to what level of expertise you all want. You all want to be a domestic level programmer or international level programmer. So first
International.
let's create using your domestic style. Okay. So SCS domestic. Okay. So create statement, then the table keyword, and then the name of the table. Okay. So I'm just giving it SCS DOM at the moment. So which is the first column? Which is the first?
roll number,
So I go to R number. What is the type of this column, data type? What type of
Integer.
value are you expecting in this?
Integer.
Sir.
So we in Oracle we also have integer, but we have number and varchar 2. The two primary ones.
Okay.
Number or varchar 2.
Number.
What type of value are you expecting in this?
Number.
Number. And how much length of number are you expecting in this? The length of the number, how many digits?
3,
3. Okay. Comma.
Instead of integer, we can like if we need some string values.
Yeah, so we can use that also. Varchar will take care of everything. String values and
We
absolute values.
will just replace number
will
with
take digits.
varchar. Varchar will store both type of values,
Number
integer
will, yeah,
and
varchar will be like your email address. Varchar is like your email address. You can store anything, characters, underscore, digits, @ anything.
okay, thank you.
Next column,
S name.
S
First name.
So that is S name. We'll take it as varchar. You can use varchar 2 rather. And what is the length? 10.
10
Next.
age.
Address.
Up arrow key to execute the last statement. Up arrow key. So I can use age, same over here for age, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then for gender, I can use this. And for percentage, I can use this. And for mobile, we can use number of size 10. Okay, table created.
So in percentage, we are going to take data without any decimals.
Yeah, we can. I'll show you how to store decimals. Okay, this is just a domestic table. Okay, this has many flaws. This table has many flaws which we have to overcome in the international table. Now let's count the number of flaws this table has. Now if I hit enter, table created.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now let's try to find the bugs in this table. So if I try to insert a record in this table, insert into, what is the table name?
SCS is
SCS
student.
SCS DOM. Domestic.
Okay, yes.
Oh, yes, sir.
Domestic
SCS DOM.
table, right?
Yes, sir.
Now let's enter the values. For roll number, let me enter 101. Okay. Enter the varchar2 in single quotes. Enter varchar2 in
Single quotes.
single
Okay.
quotes. Now I want every one of you all, at least you all are 5 of you all, to highlight me at least 5 bugs in this table. Okay. So
But first we have to download the SQL command line program.
yes. We'll have to download this software, install it. All records valid. So it is just now checking for the data type. Is 101 in number?
Yes.
Is Alice
Yes, sir.
a varchar2?
Yes.
Is 18 a number?
Yes.
Yes.
Is male
Yes.
a varchar2?
Yes.
Is
Yes, sir.
78 a number? Is 98 times
Yes.
11122 a number? All good. It will insert the record. Created.
And
Yes, sir.
why are we using double bracket after mobile number?
We are
The
using
point number 7.
Number. We are using mobile number. Number.
Mobile number. Yes.
Number
mobile
will not be in single quote. Only your varchar will be in single quotes.
That is not my question.
Yes.
Where you have written mobile number
No,
and
it's
bracket
closing.
instead.
Closing bracket.
This
Okay. So-
bracket which is opened over here at first
Yes. Yes, sir.
as the
So
closing
in
Closing
SQL,
bracket.
we use these small brackets.
for the size of the data.
For size of the data, and other one is closing bracket.
So this bracket indicates mobile number will be of 10 digits.
I got it. But in Java, we use a parenthesis. Sorry, the different brackets, not these one.
For that is array. That is array. We're talking about
Array.
your this is your database language. So you will be using round brackets to store the size. Okay. So now I want to insert one more record. Now I want you all to find the flaws in this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ali should have ideally been a female. Okay. Now tell me, if I hit enter, will it accept this record?
Yes.
But should it accept it?
No,
Why no?
sir,
Some numbers
because
are different.
the roll number is same and the percentage is also the same.
Yeah, so percentage can be same, right? Percentage not a problem. Can't do it
But
at the
roll
same percentage.
number cannot be same. And
So now you are finding the bugs in this table. Okay, the first bug which we have found out is that two students in the same class cannot have the same roll number, right?
right, sir.
You are trying to say roll number cannot be duplicated.
Duplicate, yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir. Correct.
This is the first bug we have found. So we'll overcome these bugs in the international tables now. Okay. The first bug we have found is roll number cannot be duplicated. Okay. Now, if I come back over here and I say that, okay, I'll change the roll number and there is no name to this student who has all the details are there. Okay. We got 86% and a mobile number also, but there is no name to it. Is it permissible that there's a candidate but who doesn't have any name?
It is permissible in the SQL, but it should not be.
It should not be, right? Your name
Yes, sir.
block is come. You know, when you fill a form, you have a red asterisk on top of that form.
Yes, sir. I
What does that
have to
mandate-
fill that.
Mandatory.
Mandatory, right?
Mandatory.
So what role name is mandatory? You cannot submit the form without the name, can you?
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
here, but this is still taking that record. Okay, now let me find the third bug in this table. Okay, I give the different roll number. I give the different name also.
So, but the name will be same sometimes.
Yeah, so let it be, no, but it cannot be null. It cannot be blank. Let the name be
Yes.
same.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if I have someone who's coming and saying that I am 0 years of old, I'm 0 years old, will we accept the report?
No.
Why no?
There should be some integer beside 0.
It's a minimum age, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's say 18 is the minimum age, but it will accept this record.
Yes.
So I will set some minimum age to the insertion. So let's take the third.
Yes.
Third is what? Minimum age should be 18. Okay. Then I come back over here. Okay. Now I enter the fourth record and okay, now he enters 19 and he enters male as M and what 75%. Now, is there uniformity in the gender storage? All I've written male, 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 and this chap writes M. So what should we do?
It should be male.
It should be uniform, right?
Right.
So gender entries should be uniform. So M for male, F for female. Correct?
Correct.
Only these two
Yes.
entries I want. M for male, M for female. Okay. Now let's say he's fixing one bug at a time. Okay, he's fixing the bugs. Else it. And now can I hit enter? All good?
It's-
Can two candidates have the same mobile number?
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam. Can two
No.
candidates have the same mobile number?
No.
No, sir.
So mobile number cannot be duplicated. This also bug we identified.
Yes, sir.
So what will we do?
SQL start, sir.
Yes, today.
Arey,
We just started. You haven't missed much. Just started. Mobile number cannot be duplicated. Okay. Okay, now if I close this window, what do you think will happen to this data? When I open the window again, when I open this terminal later on, will I get this information? Yes, no, maybe.
No.
Why not?
No.
Yes, sir.
Why no, Farooq?
Because, sir,
Amit?
this all data going into some data.
These are which queries, which commands have
Because, sir,
executed?
this all data going into some.
Yes, I realize that. I'm asking these are which commands? DDL or
Insert
DML?
into.
Insert.
Insert comes under which category?
The DDL.
Insert comes under
No,
DDL.
DDL.
And DDL
Data
commands
definition
to
language.
save, you have to commit the DDL commands.
yes, sir.
DDL to save the work, what you have to do?
Commit.
No, this commit over here. So DDL, your DML commands, right? To
Sir,
save
DML command is data language.
DML, you need to do what?
Commit.
DML.
Commit. So have
DML
I
command.
committed
Yes,
that?
sir. DML.
DDL, no need to commit, no need to
It is auto committing.
auto commit. This is what I meant by that auto commit. They are
Auto commit.
auto commit. Now, if I shut down the machine or shut down the console of Oracle, will I get the table structure?
If
Will
it
I
is
get the
DML,
table structure?
no.
Yes, because table structure is created by the create command. By which command?
Create command.
And create is a DDL, so automatically it is saved. But all these inserts are DML,
DML.
and unless until you commit it, they will not be saved.
Create command.
So to save it, what do I have to do?
Commit command.
Commit. And what will this commit do? Will save all the above DMLs. Will save all the above
Data.
data. Now if I hit commit, and now if you want to see the table, then you can say select star from the table name. So what is it? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I want to insert the 6th record, but I come back after 2-3 weeks. So am I aware of the sequence? What should be the next record? What should be the next roll number? So if I start entering that, okay, I guess it was 107, and I start with 108, and I start entering the records. 108, Frank, 23, male, 93% with this mobile number. Will it insert or not?
Insert it.
Insert it. But now my sequence has been broken, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this also is a bug now. Roll number not in sequence, correct?
Correct.
So these were all the bugs in the domestic SCS table. So if you are a domestic programmer, you will make such mistakes, and your boss will come up to you and will highlight all the mistakes. So would you like that? Or would you like your boss to give you a thumbs up on day one? That very good. We hired a very
Thumbs up.
good resource. So now you have to fix all these bugs, and all these bug fixing is done by constraints, by adding
Constraint.
what? Constraint
Constraint.
means limitations on a record. What are constraints?
Limitation, boundaries,
limitation.
Yeah, limitation or boundaries.
restrictions.
Restriction. Okay, the restriction is the proper word. So you can add limitations or restriction on the data to be added, right? So now you cannot add any data. You will have some restrictions on the data. So can you add roll number? Okay. Will
Sir, I have a question.
one second, Amit,
Sir,
I just found a new bug. Let me highlight that bug. Okay, this person comes, he says, I don't know my roll number and my name is George. I'm 19 years old, I'm a male, I've secured 74%, and this is my mobile number. Is this valid?
No.
But you will still take it. So can roll number be null?
No.
No, sir.
So now this is seventh bug I have found over here. Roll number cannot be null. Yes, Amit, tell me.
Sir, my question is that you inserted this all record. So,
Mhm.
sir, which database this all data is going into?
That will be managed by your internal database administrator. That we don't have to look into as to which
Yes,
database
sir.
we are
Like,
doing.
sir, first we have to create database.
That will
Create-
already be created for you.
Yes.
Application, it will be very rare that as a fresher, they will ask you to create the architecture of the database. Everything, you will join a team, right?
Okay.
You'll join a team, that team
Yes.
has already been working on the project. Very
Okay.
rare it will happen that they will take you in a team wherein a new project is starting. And then they will tell you, okay, Amir, you architect the database and you choose a database name and then create
Yes.
that database. That will not be the case. So all
So,
that
sir,
will be pinned to your cabinet. So when you join your company, there will be you'll be given a cubicle. So on the cubicle, that server name and the database name will be pinned over there for each application. So
okay, sir. Now here in which database? I'm asking you that.
here,
You
see
created
what?
a table,
Yes.
SCS DOM. So it's going into which database? What's
Here,
what
if I can
database
give
name?
example of MySQL, which I work on,
Or can
then
you
we
just
have
type
this
the show database?
See, I'll show you.
Yes.
The database which I work on is MySQL. So I'm opening the console of MySQL for you. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes. Now.
You see enter password. You see over your MySQL.exe.
Yes, yes, sir.
There is no password. I just hit enter. And now, if you want to see what databases I have on this, I can say show
Yes.
databases. And this database I have.
Yes, sir.
So if I want to use this database, NASIDB, I'll say
Yes, use NASID IDB, yes.
NASIDB. Database changed.
Yes.
Now what tables if I want to show over here, I will say show tables.
Show tables, yes.
Okay, then I have EMP. If I want to see the table,
Okay.
EMP, I will just select star from EMP.
Yeah.
Sir, what is
Yes.
NASI database?
It is just abbreviation of the students I was teaching. Name started with.
User-defined database. We can.
So yeah, this is there. You can check what our databases is there.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Coming back to here.
Okay.
Coming
Fine,
back
sir. Got it. Yes.
our discussion. Yes, I can close this. So now we have to fix all these bugs. So for that, we'll add constraint. So what constraints do you want for the roll number column? So roll number column cannot be null and cannot be duplicate, correct?
Yes,
So
sir.
it always been ascending.
Neither can it be null, nor can it be
Duplicate.
correct?
Yes.
Nor it can be in descending order.
Yeah, so we can give a sequence. We can form a sequence and assign that sequence to it. So you can create a sequence. Okay. So if you want Oracle to keep track of your roll numbers, then what you can do is you can create a sequence and then fetch one number from that sequence at a time. That is called as creating a sequence. So I'll search for the code and I will show you all how to create a sequence. Okay, so this is, I've got the code. So I searched over here. Okay, create a sequence. So what I'll do is I'll come here and create a sequence for you all. So what is the sequence name? You can give whatever name you all wish to. You can give whatever name you wish to. So if I give create sequence, okay, SCS sequence. And starting the first roll number should start from which number?
101.
That is 1. And then increment by
1.
so it should increment by 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Increment by 1. So sequence created SCS dot underscore sequence. Just remember the sequence. So roll number I will not enter manually. I'll fetch from this sequence. So if I say SCS dot next value, what will be that?
102. No.
101. So I'll fetch the roll number from there, and roll number cannot be duplicate and it cannot be null, right? See, I have these constraints in my Oracle. So first constraint is called not null. What is it called?
Not null.
So when do we use this constraint? When it is mandatory to insert the record, okay?
Mandatory to. Yes. It should
Mandatory
not be empty.
to insert the value.
Insert the value.
Is it mandatory to insert roll number to the student?
Yes, sir.
So can it be null? Can roll number be null?
No, not at all.
So not null. Okay,
Yes,
and
sir.
we have second called unique.
Unique.
Unique means cannot be,
Duplicate. Yeah.
but it can be null. It can be, it's like your passport number. So if I have a column called passport, and if I have 10 students, 8 of them have passport, two don't have passport. Now is it mandatory for a student to have a passport to gain admission?
No, sir.
Will I put a red star over there on the passport text box?
No.
But those 8 students which are entering their passport number, can they enter duplicate values?
No, sir.
No, no.
So that is called unique. That if you are
Unique.
entering, enter a unique value, and if you are not entering, keep it null.
Okay. Got it, sir. Yes.
So each null is unique. Remember this. Each null is
Unique.
unique in Oracle. No two nulls are same. So now you have these two constraints, not null and unique. And primary key is the combination of both of them. What is primary key?
Uniquely identified.
So what is the primary key? It's a combination of
Not null and unique.
and unique. So on the column which I give primary key means what? The column which I assign primary key to, that column cannot be null, nor it can be duplicated. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Then-
can you explain the last part? Each null is unique.
Each null is unique means two nulls are not same. Two
So
nulls are not same. So if I enter 10 null values in a column, those 10 null values are different from each other. They are not the same. Each null will be counted as a unique value. So now I have three constraints I have on the board. First constraint is, so when will you apply the not null constraint, and where will you apply the unique constraint, and where will you apply the primary constraint? And the fourth constraint we have is called check. Okay, check is we can assign a condition. We can assign a condition. Like we can assign a condition age should be more than 18, right or wrong?
Sir,
Yes,
I
sir.
also don't get it. I mean, how two values can be null, but
Not null, we can have duplicate values.
Like, sorry.
Like we have the point number 2 as unique, and
Yeah.
each null is unique. So we cannot have duplicate values there. But what it not null? Can
Unique.
we have values there?
I'm saying if you are entering passport, so student number 1 comes, he enters 1, 2, 3, 4. Student number 2 comes, he enters 5, 4, whatever.
can someone please shut off their
Someone's
mic?
mic, turn off your mic.
So now are there any duplicate values?
No.
The fifth person, he comes, he says, I don't have a passport. So what will he enter?
No.
Null.
Now sixth
Like-
person comes, he enters this. Now can the seventh person enter 1, 2, 3, 4?
No.
No.
Why no?
Because
Duplication.
it's
They
duplication.
already exist.
Yes, so if you're entering a value, enter a unique value. And if you don't have it, enter null. So each null is unique. No two nulls are same.
In the sense of other values they put, like if they
Other
are not
values.
carrying the name or the passport, their name, their roll number, and their percentage is different.
Yeah, that is irrespective. But I'm talking about the passport column. So if you have a value, enter a unique value. If you don't have a value, enter null.
Got it, sir.
And if check, you can give for condition. So if I say that the minimum qualifying percentage is 60%. So if you're entering marks less than 60, you are not qualified for admission. So I can put such conditions, or like the one we had for uniformity. The one which I had for uniformity also can put on the check. Like for gender, M for male and F for female. So if you are entering gender, enter M only for male. Don't enter MA, don't enter MALE. And if you enter
T for
female,
transgender.
so now I will put all these constraints on the table and I will create an international table. So you will see the difference between them now. So now so which column will I give primary key? Among these 6 columns, which column do you think cannot be duplicate and cannot be null?
Can you brief
Roll
little bit
number.
about primary key and the second?
Roll number.
Let me paste the column names over here, and now you all decide which column should I give which constraint. Roll number.
Primary
Roll
key.
number, primary key.
Roll number, let's give primary key. It cannot be duplicated nor can it be kept null.
Mobile number.
Name,
Yes, sir.
mobile number. you
Name
give
is-
primary key. What if someone comes and says, I don't have mobile number? You will not grant him admission.
No. Mobile number should be not null.
Null.
It should be ground admission.
So, and what will you give for S name? Which constraint?
Not
Primary
null.
key.
S name is prime. Why you can't go have the same primary key cannot be duplicated. What if there are two,
Yes, sir.
two Faruqs? Won't you grant them admission? If I give name as primary key, then it cannot be duplicated. So can't I
Yes,
have
sir.
two Alice?
Yes, we
Yes,
have.
can.
But can I have it blank? I don't have a name. So what will I give it that?
Not null. Constant.
And age, what will you give for age?
Not null.
Check.
Not null, okay. And you will also give a check.
Yes,
That-
sir.
Integer.
The age should be more than
18
18.
plus.
For gender, what will you give?
Not null.
Not null, and also check
Check.
Like
Male
male,
same.
female.
that it is male and female only, not more than that. Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Sir, can someone turn off the microphone? It's quite disturbing.
Paula, turn off your mic.
Atala's mic is already good. It's windy, I guess it's quite windy, I guess, at that part of the world. So percentage also I can give a check that you have to enter percentage more than 60, right? And mobile, what will I give?
Unique.
Unique. If it is there, all should be have different values. If it is not there, no problem. Give it null. So I'll give it
Not null. Not null.
unique and not null. Okay. So not null is if you have to enter. No, I will not give not null because if it is unique, it can be null, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
So now let's create the same table with this constraint. So who will help me? Okay, then in Oracle we can do spool. So if whatever commands I'm firing over here, if you want to record them in a text file, if you want to record those commands in a text file, so what we can do is I can create a folder for you guys at my hard disk, and then copy the path of that folder. Copy the path of that folder and say spool over here. Spool. And now whatever commands I will fire will go record in this file. So let me name it as 30sept.txt. So whatever commands I'll fire here will now all be recorded in this file, and I can share this file with you all. So now let's create the international table. So how will you create that? Create table. Yes. SCS INT.
Yes.
Okay, first one what? Roll number
Roll number. Yes, sir.
of 5 and
Primary key. Not null.
next primary key itself contains not null, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. S name.
Then
Varchar.
varchar 2 of 10
Yes.
and
Not null.
not null.
Yes.
Next
Next one is
So
gender.
how you copy this?
up arrow key.
Age. Yes. Age.
Up arrow key. Now we have age number 3, and what do we give?
Not null. Check. Yes, sir. Check.
What constraint?
More than
18.
Is greater than equal to
18.
18, right? And
Not null.
not null. Next,
Gender.
Gender. Gender.
Gender.
gender. So gender, I give a char. Okay, if you want a single character, no, then we can use char also.
Okay, sir.
Okay, but if you don't want to mess up, just say varchar 2 of 1. And what is the check we're adding on that?
F or F.
Check, or what are the options we have?
Male or female?
For options we have in. What we have?
In.
To choose from these options. So either M or
F.
F.
Okay.
in closes, check closes, and not null is there, right?
Yes, sir.
Next,
Phone number.
gender after gender, what? There were 6 columns, right?
Percentage.
Percentage.
And
Okay,
then
so
phone number.
if you want percentage in decimal, someone has raised the alarm.
Yes, sir.
So
Decimal.
percentage in decimal, how do we write that? So
Note.
if I want to write 123.45, they are total how many digits?
5, 6,
How many digits
5.
total?
5.
5. And how many decimal points?
1.
1.
Decimal points, brother.
4, 4, 5. 2, 2.
Sorry. 2, 2.
2, right? So total there are 5 digits and decimals are 2 out of them. So
Right.
this is how you can put so I can say 5, 2. And what is the rule for this? Percentage should be more than
60.
mandatory, right? To enter percentage cannot be null. Next word,
Mobile number.
Contact.
the mobile number of 10 and what I give to it.
Unique.
Unique.
Okay, sorry, I forgot. I missed a trick over here. Here, so roll number I am giving. Okay, no issues. Okay, all good.
Yes, sir.
Table created.
Yes.
And what are the sequence we have over here?
SCS.
What is the sequence name we have?
SCS sequence.
So I will store the roll numbers from this SCS sequence. Okay. You remember if you have gone to the bank, they have a stamp on which they have the date roller. So every day they just move one date and that stamp now just stamps the date for that particular day. Have you all seen that stamp?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
You don't write it with a pen the day every day. They have a roller over there which adjusts from 1 to 31 for the day, Jan to December for the month, and let's say they have 4 rollers for the year also. So every day they just come and adjust that once and then stamp it. So if they stamp 1000 times with that stamp, the date gets printed, right?
Yes.
Right.
I will not write the roll number manually. I will take it from whom?
SCS.
SCS.
SCS sequence. So it will maintain the proper sequence, correct? So now
Yes.
let's insert a record in this. Now let's insert the record and all these bugs will now be gone. So now let's insert a record, which is that table now, SCS
Int.
INT. Now from where will I get the roll number?
The SCS sequence.
So I will say SCS underscore sequence dot next val. What is it called as?
Next.
Well.
Next val
Okay.
function I will call. Okay. The name I can give from where, whatever. Okay, just let me check whether I have given the next val properly. Whether I have given next val as properly. So there is a function besides it, right? Yeah, see, you see? Okay, there's no function, just simple next val. So there no function, just give next val. Then what is the name? Alice. Can I take age as 19?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I have
Yes.
percentage as 91.1? Mobile number as 981111111. Is all this valid?
Yes, sir.
If I hit enter, it says.
One row created.
And if I want to enter second, what will I say? Next val. Now, if I say over here, Ben. Okay, the issue with next val is once you take next val, then it automatically fetches that data from this sequence, okay? And then that number is destroyed. It is not used again. So if I enter and if I get an error over here, that number is consumed. That number is. So
Consumed.
try to enter the error. If I enter 70, will it accept?
No.
Yes. No. Because age is 18.
So now if I try to insert this record, will it insert?
Yes.
No.
It should not be.
No.
Sure.
No, because age is 17.
What have we given on the age?
Yes.
What
Check.
have we given on the age?
Age is should be equal to and greater than 18.
Right? So now if I try to insert this record, will it insert? I'm asking.
No.
But the next val has consumed the. So let's not take on next val over here. So I know it will throw an error. So I will just say 102. What is it saying?
Check constraint.
Check constraint.
Constraint validated. 17 is validated in the constraint, correct? Okay, now if
Yes,
I
sir.
enter over here 21. Now is it valid?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
But if I enter MALE, is it valid?
No, again
No.
violate.
Why? Okay, if I enter over here,
Because
We have bounded it
no,
M or F.
sir. Because
if I hit
we have
enter, again it says check constraint valid. Again, this K is not on the check constraint.
two option only.
So if I enter over here M, and if I enter over here
Check constraint.
59.4, will it take?
No.
No,
Why now?
No,
violate.
sir.
Should more than
Because
60.
percentage is more than 60.
Check
Yes.
violated. Okay, now if I make it 68.5, and if I make mobile number as 990111, now is it allowed?
No.
Why not?
No. 68.4.
Uh, should unique.
What should be unique? Mobile number, right?
Right.
It says unique constraint violated. And now if I enter all of this unique, okay, so now I know the next number will be what?
103.
No, 102 was not entered. 102 was never entered.
Yes.
101.
101 is already there.
Yes.
101 is there.
One zero three.
101 is there, right? And the 102 was never entered. So 102, Ben, 21, male, 6814, and mobile number as 111-222. Is it record valid?
Yes.
Record inserted. So now I have fulfilled all the constraints. So if I now keep on adding, no need to keep headache of the number also. Just focus on your data. Male and 88.9, mobile number 333. Valid. Now getting what I'm trying to do, guys. Is the insert clear?
Yes.
Yes,
Who
sir.
has been got another option.
So now if I display this table, how will I display it? To see the structure of the table, right, describe. All right, even DSC will also do. Even DSC will do. So this will show you the structure of the table. Okay. So all these 5 things are
So-
mandatory.
Yes.
And to see the content of the table, you do select star. Star
Select
means all the
star.
star means all the column. Okay, all good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Proper
Sir,
sequence.
what is the difference between unique and primary key?
Primary key will not take null. Unique will take null. So if you are adding the
Okay, sir. Okay.
value,
Yes.
you have to come
Okay,
that
sir, got
add
it,
the
yes.
mobile number. So
Okay.
if this person
Understood.
LCD is there,
Okay, sir, got it.
LCD saying I don't have a mobile number. She's a female,
It will take. Yes, sir.
98.9%. Taken.
Okay, sir, got it. Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
If you
Point.
enter a null for the primary key,
No, it will not take. You have. Yes,
will not take that. Cannot
yes, sir.
insert null.
Cannot insert null into. Yes, sir. Get it, sir. Got it.
So now Alice is not having a mobile number. Okay.
Yes, sir. Got
This is how
it.
you
Thank you.
create and this is how you insert into the table. Okay, then if I want to update the percentage of Alice by -5, okay, Alice got marks got deducted, 5% got deducted. So how will I do that? Deduct 5% from Alice's percentage. How will you do that now?
Update.
We are going to update, right? Because we are going to change the date.
Yes, sir. Update.
So you
Yes, sir.
change the date. Alter or update? Farooq,
Update,
sir.
sir.
If I want to change the information inside the table, alter or update?
Update.
Why update?
If you do the alter, it will change the structure of the column.
Yes, correct. Okay.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay, now
Absolutely
I was
correct.
taking only small names. The size of the name column was how much? Size of name column is 10, right?
Right.
Now I want the
Yes,
size
sir.
to be
10.
20. And I want to name it full name. Then what will I do?
Full name. Alter.
Update.
What will I do?
Alter.
Alter, sir. Because we have to change whole column.
So now we are changing the data. So I will say update. So the syntax for update is update table name. This is the table name.
Yes, sir.
SCS INT.
And which column are you changing?
Percentage.
So you do set and that column which you want to change. Which column?
Per. Yes, sir.
And
Per
then
age.
equal to the new value. What is the new value of Alice?
See,
What is the
78.
percentage of Alice?
93.1.
But I don't know the exact percentage, right? So I will say the existing percent minus 5.
Okay.
And if I give a semicolon over here, what will happen? It will deduct 5 from everyone. It will deduct 5 from
Everyone.
everyone. Yes. So if I hit enter, how many rows updated?
5 rows.
5.
Yes, sir.
And it has deducted 5 from everyone. Correct?
Yes. 93.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
83.
But I wanted
60%.
only from Alice, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes,
Just
So
sir.
give it the where clause. So I've given the where clause. So I've given the
Yes. Where?
I've given the where clause. So should have given update this
Where our number is 101.
where by now the
Our,
primary key. Such was the primary key. Where our number is
yes. Our number is 101.
101. So if you are updating on a particular row, then give the where
Yes,
clause.
sir.
How many rows got
Alice.
updated now?
1.
Only Alice will become 88.1. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Abdullah, Mehta, Farooq.
Yes, sir.
Umar, just repeat once again that 2 set per is equal to per minus 5 and then semicolon again. Let's check it is violating or not for then.
Means you want to do it again.
Yes, sir.
What
It is
query you want to buy? Tell me.
if you will like
Tell me.
increase 5 on each of them.
Only this much?
Yes,
And then if I hit enter,
yes. I want to check it is violating or not because we have a condition for 60%.
that is only for inserting. That is
So we
for
can,
inserting.
okay, so it will not violate here.
It will not want. This will change, make it 58.
Okay, that's fine then.
Okay, it is
Violating.
violating the check constraint. It is violating.
Because, sir, in 102, Ben have 63%.
Okay, yeah, it is violating.
Yes, sir.
That
It
I
is not allowed to go.
Yes, sir. That's why it's showing
It is violating
constraint.
for insert and update both. So those constraints are working for insert and update both. Correct.
so what we need, what we will do to modify that criteria from 60 to 55.
Alter statement.
Okay,
Drop that.
can we try? Can you try here after this?
So
After
if
this table?
do that, then we'll have to alter the table and drop the constraint. So if I come here, drop check constraint in Oracle. How to drop check constraint in Oracle. So see, we added this and we added a check to all of this. Now it is telling how to drop. So it says alter table, drop constraint. And so first you have to check for the constraint names. What constraint name they have given. So that drop what constraint name they have given. So let's copy this command and let's check what is the constraint name. Forget what is the table name?
SCS.
Yeah, Oracle is not case sensitive. So no rows selected. What happened? Select constraint name, constraint type, search condition from user constraints. The
Sir,
table.
can continue now tomorrow?
Okay, we'll continue this from tomorrow. Monday we'll continue this. Okay, we'll take the other
Sure.
commands. Meanwhile, I'll practice this. So I'll just do a spool off. I'll do a spool off now, and I'll share that file with you all which I have just created, and you all can at least practice. So I'll just on the WhatsApp group of our class, I will share that file with you all. You all can practice and create just a name textual. Okay, you all also want to install Oracle, right?
Right, sir.
So I'll share you my playlist. My Oracle, there's a video. In the description, you will get the link from my Google Drive. So you all
Sir,
can.
I install a SQL Lite, sir, not a Oracle in my system, sir.
Okay,
Then it's
Sir,
work
I
or not?
also, yes, sir, I
SQL
also
Lite,
installed
sir.
MySQL
use
server.
that, use SQLite, not a
No,
problem.
not
Yes,
my
sir.
SQL Lite.
How to use
Is it
that,
different?
no issues.
Okay, sir, no problem. Thank you.
So now I am sending you all the video. So just follow that video. From those who want to download Oracle, can download.
Okay.
The link is in the description. The link is in the description.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye guys. Take care. See you on Monday.
Thank you.